welcome back to my channel. I know it's been almost a year since I actually uploaded anything on here. Like, I'm literally the worst YouTuber in the world. Like, I don't even deserve the title. I never call myself a YouTuber because I don't actually YouTube, you know. I'm hoping to change all of that this year and provide you guys with a lot more content, more consistently and more frequently. Don't quote me on that, but I'm just saying that's what I'm aiming to achieve, so I could be a little bit accountable to you guys, you know what I mean? Because I put it out there so you guys can let me know if I'm chatting rubbish if I don't actually do it. But yeah.
Next question. See ya.
I've come to you today. If you've not been following me on Instagram, okay, you've missed a lot. A lot has happened. So if you're like not following me on Instagram, you don't have a clue what's going on. I have had surgery.
Oh my God!
I had what is commonly known as a BBL, aka a Brazilian butt lift, aka a fat transfer. I have taken fat from one area of my body, well, more than one area of my body, and I put it in another area of my body. And I did this back in December. It's now February. I'm literally going to be 3 months post-surgery on the 8th of March. Yeah, I am 3 months post-surgery, and you guys, well, as in when I say you guys, I mean like people that follow me on Instagram, you've been asking me for, you know, like a video to kind of like tell like my experience and my before and after, yada yada yada. So that's basically what I'm bringing to you guys here today in this video. We gonna talk about this. A lot of you have been like, oh my gosh, why are you getting a BBL? You don't need one. What's going on? Well, I totally get that because, you know, I blog, you know, I take pictures on Instagram, and according to you guys, I look good on my Instagram, and I feel like I look good on my Instagram in my pictures and stuff like that. But what y'all don't know is that, you know, I be knowing my angles, okay? I be knowing how to like pop that so-called hip out that I don't have, and I be knowing my angles. My daughter takes all of my pictures. She's been taking my pictures since about the age of 9. She's now 15 years old, and she knows my angles, okay? I know my angles, and I've been able to work with what I would class as something I didn't necessarily like about myself and my body shape. So that takes me into, why did I get a BBL? Why? Okay, the reason why I decided to get a BBL is basically because I wanted to, okay? Okay, I'm playing. So let's go back. Let's backtrack a little bit. Give you guys a bit of history, okay? A bit of, you know, context, you know what I'm saying? I'm giving you the context. Don't be coming in my comments and taking things out of context, because I'm giving you the context, okay? What had happened was, for the longest time, I have had insecurity about not having any hips. I am gonna be 34 in April this year, which is in a couple of months time, and for as long as I can remember, from when I was in secondary school, being, I don't know, 13, 14, 15 years old, I've always had this thing where I just wished I had a bit more, like, I don't know, a bit more hippage going on. Like, I was literally just like straight. I was like, okay, cool, I got boobs or whatever, but I really actually just wanted hips, you know. And I grew up in a time during the 90s where, you know, being small, petite, not having boobs, not having a big bum, not having any shape, like just being not what we see today as like, you know, figure 8, boom, boom, boom kind of thing going on. The people that I looked up to, like Aaliyah, Brandy, Foxy Brown, Lil Kim, everyone that I thought was beautiful, everyone that I thought was just amazing, they were all just like normal, regular looking women. They didn't have big bums and big thighs and small waists and big hips and all of that, and big boobs. They didn't have any of that. But yet still, guys, when I looked in the mirror, I would look at myself in clothing, in outfits, and I'd be like, I think I would look a little bit better if I had just a bit more hips. And I've always had this in my mind, like always, like for as long as I can remember, as I said. So fast forward now, obviously I've lived my life, you know, I've not allowed it to stop me from functioning. Do you know what I mean? I've not like curled up into a ball and, you know, decided that I'm no longer going to continue functioning and living a normal life because I don't have any hips. Of course not. I continue to live my life, you know, do whatever it is I needed to do, right? Enjoy myself and loved myself regardless.
I'm here to enjoy myself, GC style, do you know what I mean? I just want to be me.
Do you know what I mean? Most of you know I have a child, and I had my daughter at a very young age. I was 18, I was pregnant at 17, turned 18 by the time I given birth. That was then another like huge change or huge thing for me about the way my body looked, because now I have stretch marks all across my stomach, and I also have extra skin because obviously I was really small, and I know that my skin naturally doesn't have a lot of elasticity in it. I have quite tight, firm skin, so during my pregnancy for my daughter, my skin had to do a lot of stretching to accommodate the growing bump. So that whole period of my life, that whole experience of pregnancy and childbirth, also again kind of added extra things that I was, you know, kind of insecure about. I had this extra skin that wouldn't go back. Ain't no snap back going on over here, B, okay? And I just felt like during my 20s, I just didn't get a chance to enjoy my body. Hips or no hips, I just didn't get a chance to really enjoy my body for what it was. And my stomach was literally actually one of my favorite parts of my body because it was so flat. I had a six-pack and everything, so I was very athletic in school. My belly was cute or whatever, and I even had, you know, I had guys compliment me about my stomach or whatever. But it's like now that I have, like, it's covered in stretch marks, there's this extra skin that's sagging and not snapping back, and, you know, I've got a bit of a belly now, and all of this was going on. So anyway, fast forward. So, to be honest with you guys, I've never really had an issue with my bum per se, because I know a lot of people associate Brazilian butt lift with having a big bum or wanting to get a big bum. That wasn't the case for me personally. My thing has always been about my hips. I just wanted to have hips. Me getting my Brazilian butt lift was more so that they can take fat and actually literally give me hips. But before that happened, in the last couple of years, I decided that I was going to start going to the gym, start working out, and see if there's any way possible that I can try and gain some hippage, some way, somehow. I had a personal trainer and I was like, look, I am gonna go in, I'm gonna see what I can do, if I can grow myself some hips magically from the gym. I started eating properly because I had really bad eating habits where I basically would not eat, and that contributed to me being also really slim. But I used to really love running as well. Running was very therapeutic for me, so I would do a lot of running, a lot of cardio, and not eat food. So eating was a struggle for me. I always forget to eat. So when I started working out and really taking my fitness seriously and trying to grow these hips and get thicker on my bottom half and just getting thicker in general, I had to force myself to start eating at least 3 meals a day. So I started eating 3 meals a day, started forcing myself to eat, started to force my stomach to open up and allow food to enter and go to the places where I needed all of that thickness to go. But unfortunately, right, I realized that all this weight that I was gaining from eating and going to the gym was not going to the places where I needed it to go. I was gaining weight, guys. I was gaining weight, and the weight was going to my face, to my arms, to my stomach, and to my boobs. None of the weight that I was putting on was going to my hips, where I actually wanted the weight to go. And it was so frustrating for me, because now I'm starting to look like an upside down triangle. So before, I looked like a rectangle with breasts, and then now I look like an upside down triangle with even bigger breasts. And I was like, no, this is not what I'm trying to achieve here. And it was so frustrating, so annoying. And also the fact that I now had all this extra weight in areas that I didn't want it to be, and it made me feel even more uncomfortable, because now I'm a lot bigger than I was before, and then now I've got extra belly that I have to work with and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, this is not the plan. Like, what is going on? Like, this is not what I'm trying to do here. Like, help me, help me. So anyway, cool, I've tried, I've gone to the gym, I've been eating, the hips are not coming, the weight is not going to where I want it to go. I wish I was one of those people that when they like put on weight, they put on weight in their hips, in their thighs, in their butt, like all those places. Like I envy you guys, because if that was the case, I would have been eating, okay? I would have been a good thick size 12 and been happy, okay? That wasn't the case, and now I've got all this extra weight, and the dilemma for me was that, do I now go back to being skinny and lose all of this weight that I've put on, or is there something that I can do with this weight that I have on me? And that is when I actually started researching about BBLs. I was looking into it for about a year. I was researching, I was watching other people's videos and stuff on YouTube about having BBL surgery. I was doing a lot of reading up online about it. Yes, I saw that, you know, some people have died from the surgery. I was like, whoa, like, you know, this ain't no joke. I prayed about it. I prayed about it, I prayed about it, and I prayed about it, okay? And I'm not praying about it so that God can tell me, oh yeah, you can go and get a BBL. I prayed about it in a sense that this is something that I want to do, but I don't want to die. You know, Lord, I don't want to die from this, okay? I wanted to get the BBL, but obviously I ain't trying to die. Like, it's not that deep what it was for me personally, but I ain't trying to die out here. So it did take me a long time to actually decide that I wanted to go ahead and get this surgery. I did my research, I looked into it, I spoke to people that I knew who had gotten it done. Then I decided to go ahead and book and get this surgery done. I decided to go and get the surgery done with a clinic in Turkey called Maya Medical. And the doctor was Dr. Gökhan. I had to actually still put on more weight for the surgery, because although I had put on a lot of weight, it still wasn't enough for the surgery. So I had to carry on basically eating as much as I could to put as much weight on as possible for the surgery. Basically, that's why I wanted to get a BBL. I wanted hips, basically. I'm just one of those people that if there's something that I know that is within my power that to change, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and see if I can change it, whether that means going to the gym or getting surgery. That's basically what the situation is. And I know that a lot of people are like, oh, you can't compare gym with surgery, There's all these other factors involved in terms of surgery. Of course, we know this. Surgery is not a joke. Getting put to sleep is not a joke. Like, surgery is not a joke. However big, however invasive, however small, like, it's not a small time decision. That's why it's so personal to the person that's making the decision. But when you actually look at the crux of the matter, whether you're going to the gym or getting a BBL, the bottom line is, in both situations, please, listen, come. Right. Whether you get a BBL or go to the gym, do you know what's happening? Do you know what's happening to your body? Do you know what's happening to your body in both situations? You are changing your physical appearance. You are changing your physical appearance from what it was before to the after. So whether you agree with surgery or not, what's happening is your physical appearance is changing. Regardless of the health benefits of gym, which is amazing. I'm a gym goer, okay? Your physical appearance is going to change to some degree. If someone goes to an orthodontist or a cosmetic dentist to get their teeth whitened, if someone else decides that they are going to buy whitening toothpaste and whiten their teeth over a period of 6 months, whereas the person who's gone to a cosmetic dentist gets their teeth whitened over a period of, let's say, 2 months or 2 weeks even, right? The end result for both is that now you both have white teeth. The physical appearance of your teeth has changed, regardless of the method that was used. Do you get what I'm trying to, do you get? Now, if we're going to talk about surgery by itself in terms of, you know, the pros and the cons, obviously there's a lot of cons. Obviously we know that surgery is not a joke and it's serious and there's risk. People have died. Like, I would never recommend anybody to go and get surgery because it's not a joke. I'm not a do what makes you happy kind of person, because sometimes what you think makes you happy might not necessarily be good for you. But I also understand that it is literally a very personal decision, and you as the individual, you have to really research and look into what you are doing. It's not a decision to be taken lightly, because it's serious things, you get me? For me personally, I obviously understood that this is something serious and it was definitely a last resort, and that's something I will also say about BBL surgery. It has to be a last resort. I don't know if I 100% agree with people not trying to get what they need to get from the gym before deciding to get surgery, but at the same time, whether I agree with it or not, everyone has their personal reasons and motives as to why they decide to go and get surgery, and I am not the one to be judging people for their motives, because I don't know them, I don't know their motives, and you know, everything is personal. When it comes to insecurities and things that you don't like about yourself, it's such a personal thing. It's so personal because you are the person that has to live with yourself. Anywho, so I decided to do my surgery with Maya Medical with Dr. Gokhan. I paid my deposit. I got a discount because I'm an influencer. I have a following on Instagram. I think their prices start from like 3,300, but I got a discount and I only paid 2,000. I paid £300 deposit, and then I paid the rest of it when I got to Turkey on the day of my surgery. I went over there, met the doctor. The actual hospital itself is beautiful. This is my medical's hospital. It's absolutely stunning. It looks like a hotel, but it's actually a hospital. Very well done up, brand new, really clean. This is the hospital reception area. It's really clean, it looks like a hotel, it's really lovely, and all the staff there are really helpful, really nice, and you get your own private hospital room, which basically looks like a hotel room. Very big, very spacious, and just a really nicely done up hospital that doesn't actually look like a hospital or feel like you're in a hospital. So the doctor, he came in, he marked up my body, I spoke to him about what I wanted, and then I went in for my surgery. I don't really want to go into the whole process of BBL because there's so many videos out there. There's so much information online about the actual process of BBL surgery. You can research that for yourself if that's something that you're thinking about doing. So I don't even want to go into all of that. I was there for 6 days, had my surgery, came back to London, and the aftercare that I received was not great. If I'm completely honest with you guys, I feel like the aftercare was very lacking. I'm gonna give you all the real tea. I think it was probably the second day or the fourth day when I was about to have a shower. It was my first time having a shower after my surgery, because you're not allowed to shower. They put you in this garment that you have to wear, which compresses your body to stop you from over swelling, because obviously you're going to be swelling up and your body's kind of reacting to the trauma that has just been put under from the surgery. So basically I discovered that the garment that they gave me was way too tight. From like the fourth day of me getting in the shower and seeing my body for the first time after the surgery and taking that garment off to have a shower, I looked at myself and I asked my friend to take a picture of me, and I could see that the garment had been squashing my bum. It was literally squashing my bum. You know, like plasticine or Play-Doh that you used to play with in school and nursery, and when you like push it, it just kind of molds into the shape of, you know, your fingers or whatever it is that you're pushing it down with. And that's basically what I felt was happening with my bum and my hips within the garment. There was one particular patient coordinator who I spoke to several times about this issue over WhatsApp messages, phone calls, from the time that I got back from Turkey and over like the last couple of months. I was constantly telling this woman that something is not right. Like, my garment is way too tight. I spoke to someone else who had gotten their surgery done at the same clinic, and they said to me that their garment wasn't that tight, that it just fitted normal. I spoke to other people that I knew that had gotten a BBL, and they said that their garment was not squeezing them, it was not squashing them, that it just fitted normal, and it was only tight around the waist area. So I was like, okay, something's not right. And everyone that I spoke to, I even got a second opinion from other doctors, from other clinics, and searched online as well to just double check what was going on, and everywhere I looked was just confirming what I felt was right and what was really happening, and that was that the garment was way too tight to the point where it was actually cutting into my thighs. And I was like, this is not right. Like, I don't think my garment should be this tight. Like, it's really tight. It was squashing my bum and hips, and I was so annoyed because I felt like, okay, I've paid this money, I do not want to lose the fat. Okay, I don't want to be squashing the fact that they've just transferred to my hips and my bum to get squashed and die, because the whole point of you not sitting down is to try and preserve as much fat cells as possible that has been transferred, and putting weight or pressure on it can actually kill the fat. So basically, I felt like, okay, something's not right. I kept on telling the patient coordinator from Maya Medical that something's not right, something's not right. She wouldn't listen to me. She kept on telling me the garment is fine. She kept on telling me that this is what we use for every other patient. There's nothing wrong with it. It's supposed to be tight. And I said to her, okay, fine, but I feel like it's too tight. I feel like it's actually squashing me, and I don't want it to affect my results. I don't want to be disappointed in my results. I don't want to kill fat cells that I obviously want to preserve so I can get as much hips as possible. I wasn't even concerned about my bum before my surgery, but because of this whole fiasco of the garment squashing my bum, and essentially me later finding out that it had misshaped my bum and hips, and it had kind of given me a shape that I didn't have before, it made me now self-conscious about my bum, because I'm like, okay, I now have a straight line going down my bum, a weird shape on my bum because of the way that the garment was squashing and compressing my bum way too much. It kind of molded into that squashed shape. And I took pictures, I took videos, and I sent it to the patient coordinator. She kept on telling me your body's still going to change shape over time. I was like, man, I'm not completely convinced. Something's still not right. I should be given another garment. I was never offered another garment. I was never offered to be sent another garment. I was never offered to be posted another garment. I was just being fobbed off basically and told that I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm wrong, and there's nothing wrong with my garment. Anywho, fast forward now, I then started getting in contact with the doctor and basically explained to him what was going on. I asked for a refund because I'm like, you know, you've kind of messed up my results. For someone who's had 1,250 cc's of fat transferred to my hips and bum, my hips and my bum should be a lot bigger than what it is. And I genuinely believed that it's because my garment was way too tight and it actually squashed a lot of the fat that could have actually survived. 30 to 40% and even more, even sometimes up to 50% of fat won't survive. I feel like regardless of that, more fat has not survived because of my garment. It's so important for anyone that's getting a BBL to really look into the type of garment that you're being given. And when I spoke to other clinics and other doctors, they actually said that when their patients had complained that their garment was way too tight, they were given another one. I actually watched a video of a lady basically explaining that garments can misshape your body.
If the faja is tight around your booty, then you're ultimately squeezing your booty, and you do not want your booty to misshape. So you need to be careful of that. Purchase your faja for your booty size and not for your waist. You can always go to the seamstress. You can always go to the tailor to get it readjusted for your waist. But you cannot have it readjusted for your booty if it's too small. You do not want to be uncomfortable.
Your garment is supposed to fit your bum and hips first and foremost, and then if it's a bit loose in your waist, you can get it taken in. You can take it to a tailor and you can get it taken in, or you can wear a waist trainer that can compress your waist, because your waist definitely needs to be compressed, because that's obviously where they've lipoed out the fat and it's swollen. It needs to go back down, whereas obviously your hips and your bum, you're trying to preserve as much fat as possible. That was very, very disappointing for me and very annoying and frustrating for me, because I just felt like I wasn't being listened to, and I just felt like my patient coordinator just didn't care. Like, she didn't care about my concerns. She was just arguing with me. She was being very stubborn, being very difficult, and I kept on telling her something's not right, something's not right. I just knew it, and I could see it. My daughter could see it when I showed her my body, and my mum could see it when I showed her my body. Every person that I showed my body to could see that, okay, I can see what you're talking about in terms of the squashing and the misshaping. Although my doctor, Dr. Gokan, he was very good at creating the curve shape that I wanted. I feel like his work has been messed up and is not the best it could have been because of the garment that I was given. Rather than the clinic and my patient coordinator to take on what I'm saying to them as like a learning thing so that they don't make the same mistake with other patients, she would just argue with me as if like I don't know what I'm talking about and I didn't have the right to give them feedback, or I didn't have the right to actually voice my concerns, which is very, very worrying. Especially the fact that I was getting a discount for my surgery because I'm an influencer or I'm someone that has a following. You would think that they would want to make sure that everything goes successfully well, because I'm clearly going to be honest and share my experience with the followers that I have and let them know what really went down. But for some reason, this woman she just really didn't care. If you follow me on my Instagram and on my Insta story, you would know that I've already said that I'm not 100% happy with my results, because I feel like my results could have been a whole lot better if I was given the right size garment from the operating table. My results in general could have been a whole lot better if this woman had listened to me from the beginning when I was telling her that something wasn't right about my garment. It was way too tight, it was squashing my bum, it was misshapen my bum, and if I'd been given a different garment to wear, maybe that would have avoided that whole situation and my results would have been a lot better. All she was saying to me was that I can come back for a second BBL at half price, and I was like, do you really think that I'm going to give you any more of my money to get a second BBL? You want me to go through this whole traumatic, serious situation a second time because of something that you have done, a mistake that you guys have made in giving me the wrong garment? The way that I've been treated in my aftercare is not acceptable. It's actually so not acceptable.
I am disgusted. You better talk to her before I do, because I'm hurt her feelings.
So there's no way that I'm going to give you any more of my money. Just give me back my refund, innit? Give me back my money that I've paid for a surgery that you have messed up the results of. Anyway, they've been difficult. They've refused to give me my refund. At this very point in time, I'm just so over the whole situation. I was going to the gym before my surgery, so I'm obviously going to go back to the gym after my surgery to maintain what I have and to continue to build on what I have now and just see how my body continues to change and how my shape continues to change, and if, you know, me working my bum muscles and my hip muscles will help to kind of support my shape and you know, further develop my shape even more, then so be it. One thing I'm definitely happy about is I actually have hips. What I intended to achieve for my surgery is what I have. I have hips now that I can work with when I go to the gym and work all the other muscles around my hips to kind of further build what I have. My waist has gotten a lot smaller than it was before, so I basically now have more of a curved shape as opposed to a straight shape, which I'm totally happy about. Obviously, I know that everything in life is not always going to be completely perfect. What things that you plan, things that you envision, and things that you want for yourself is not always going to be perfect. I'm going to focus on just continuing my gym workouts, continue eating, continue doing my exercises, and see how my body continues to change and develop as I continue to heal, because I'm still only 3 months post-surgery. I still have a few months more of healing to do. I still have swelling around my lower stomach area that needs to go down, and my body is not completely healed yet. BBL surgery is not easy, okay? People that think that getting surgery is like an easy way out and it's like some quick turnaround. First of all, with BBLs, it can take up to a year to actually really see your final results. Like, it's not like that quick in terms of, oh yeah, I'm gonna go get surgery and then I'm gonna, you know, my body's just gonna be ready to go. Like, it takes time. You have to deal with swelling, you have to deal with your body changing shape and all this kind of stuff. Like, it takes time, at least 6 to 8 months, to really see how your body is going to actually look like. So it's not as quick as people think it is. I ended up getting a new garment from a company called Contour Fajas London, and they actually do made to measure fajas, and it's what I'm wearing underneath my jumper right now. I'm going to show you guys. Absolutely amazing. They make it to measure. They come to your house and they measure you. They do about 25 different measurements all around your body to create a garment that literally fits your body, gives room for your hips and your bum to breathe, so it's not squashing your hips, it's not squashing your bum, and it's literally only compressing your waist. It's made such a huge difference with how my shape has been looking. It looks a whole lot better than before. I'm just hoping that as I continue to wear it, it will continue to form and mold my shape alongside me going to the gym, eating, and all of that good stuff. Okay, right, it's getting dark outside already. Like, I've been talking for ages, you know what I mean? I feel like this video is going to be so long. Oh wow, I've been doing a lot of talking. My mouth is even dry, Seth. Right, so let me show you guys how I'm looking.
I would like to see it.
Okay, so basically this is my faja that I got from Contour Fajas London. This is my underwear I'm wearing over. It has a hole here for you to go to the toilet, so I need to wear knickers, otherwise my vagina would be open to the world, which we don't want. This is some stretchy material that they have in the garment that actually stretches with your bum and hips, so it's not compressing, it's not squashing anything, just providing just a bit of a lift and support to your bum. And when they measure you a size up in your hips and bum and a couple of sizes down in your waist. So this has room and this is compressed, if that makes sense. You can see that there's something underneath here. I just got this to kind of help to add more compression to my waist. So if I take this off, this is what the garment looks like. It's got straps up here. This is my bra, and it's got these pins. When I first got it, I had it on the first hook, and obviously as your waist shrinks from the compression and gets smaller, you eventually get to the last one, which I am at now. If I take this off, you will see that I have on something called an ab board, which was sent to me by a company called Body Online UK, I believe. I'll put the stuff in the description box of what I've got on right now. But this is an ab board, and this has also been helping to compress my stomach. This is what it looks like. And this just kind of just goes there. I go to sleep on my stomach. I'm still not sleeping on my back or my sides because I don't want to squash my hips or my bum. I feel like I still need it to continue to heal before I actually put too much pressure on it. But I am sitting down now on my bum. Okay, so guys, this is what I look like without my... Ooh, chair. I have not had a wax, guys, in ages, since before my surgery, so I've not had time to actually get one done just yet. So please ignore any hairs that you might see along this side. So this is what my stomach is looking like right now. I've got a bit of a six-pack going on here. This is what my waist is looking like. And this is what my butt is looking like right now. I think you guys can probably see what I'm talking about in terms of the straight line effect. So where this is supposed to kind of go round like this, it's a straight line. It's just literally a straight line where it's meant to go round into a curve. But this is literally where my garment that they gave me was literally like squashing, like was pulling in this direction like this on the sides of my hips and the sides of my bum cheek. So it was squashing my bum, and it would squash it round to kind of make my bum crack kind of meet together in the middle here, like kind of push it together in the middle here. You can probably see a bit of the straight line from this angle here from that side of my bum where it's meant to be a bit more curved. But you can see on this side as well. This side is not as bad. I feel like there's more fat on this side than there is on this side. But, you know, as I said, like, everything isn't going to be perfect, and I understand that. But I just feel a little bit disappointed that my results could have been a lot better if my garment wasn't squeezing me so much. Yeah, this is basically how my body is looking at this very moment in time. You can see a lot of my swelling happening around here, quite swollen. Okay, so guys, I know that I said that I would answer some questions in a Q&A, but I feel like this video is going to be so long. So I might do a separate Q&A in another video maybe. Leave your questions in the comments and give this video a thumbs up if you want a separate Q&A that's going to answer your specific questions. In terms of my summary of my experience with my surgery with Maya Medical, I feel like Dr. Gokhan is a great doctor in terms of being able to contour your body and give you that shape. But I don't know that if you're someone that was wanting to get a BBL because you want to have a bum, like, you know, like a proper big juicy bum that's got volume, that shakes, that you want to be twerking your ass on all day long in it, like a proper juicy big ass bum, I don't know if Maya Medical would be my recommendation. And just because of the aftercare and the way that I wasn't listened to, the way that I was just not taken seriously, I didn't feel like anyone really cared about my results as much as I did. I probably would not recommend getting your surgery done with Maya Medical, just based on my personal experience. Also, in terms of the garment that they give you, I'm not like 100% sure if it's the best garment or if they will even give you a garment that is the right size for you. I don't know, but I just feel like the aftercare experience actually kind of messed up the whole experience for me, because I was not expecting to not be treated the way that I was treated with my aftercare, and I don't want that to happen to anyone else. I don't want anyone to experience their garment squashing them and misshapen their bum and not getting the full results that, you know, they should be getting for the money that they should be paying. So for me personally, I would not recommend them to someone else to go and get their surgery there. I'm sure there's other clinics out there that you can research and look into. I've heard of Clinic Hub UK and some other clinics, and maybe just probably research other clinics that might be able to give you what it is that you are looking for from your surgery. But most importantly, guys, please, surgery is not a joke. Surgery should be a last resort. If you can live with what you have, then just do it, because it's a dangerous surgery. It's not easy. Not everyone has the grace to make it out of the surgery alive. So I, you know, would strongly recommend that you strongly pray about if this is something that you should go ahead with, and if, you know, wherever you decide to do your surgery is the best place to go to. But I would seriously consider looking into every other alternative first before deciding to go ahead with surgery. It is your choice. Take your time with it. Don't rush into it. Take your time with it. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there, guys. I was wanting to get my daughter in this video as well to kind of hear her perspective and get her point of view of the process of her mum getting surgery and what she thinks about surgery, etc, etc, and the conversation that we've had about body image, all of that kind of stuff. So I'll probably leave that again for another video. But yeah, leave your questions. Please make sure you subscribe, guys. I am coming back with my YouTube channel. I'm gonna work hard to try and create content for you guys. I'm still all about celibacy, waiting till marriage, waiting, valuing your vagina, all of that good stuff. So I'm gonna definitely be doing some more videos in terms of love, sex, relationships, all that kind of stuff, and anything else that I want to, you know, be able to pour out and give you guys give you guys everything that is in me that I'm ready to pour out and release to you guys to help you guys in your journeys of life. Okay, but yeah, and please subscribe, put on the notification bell for when I upload, which will be again soon, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Have a blessed day, have a blessed week, have a blessed year, and look after yourselves. Mwah!